A gunman's attack on a country music concert in Las Vegas over the weekend left 58 people dead and more than 480 others injured. Shooter Stephen Paddock, 64, fired from inside the nearby Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino. He killed himself as authorities closed in. As the investigation into the deadly shooting continues, there are certain terms that may arise in news coverage of shooting incidents. Here are some you should know. Active shooter. The term refers to someone actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a confined and populated area, the Department of Homeland Security (DHS) says online. The Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) has a similar description on its website, but doesn't include the word confined. AR-15, a type of semi-automatic firearm. Bump stock, an attachment which allows a semi-automatic rifle to mimic a fully automatic weapon by unleashing an entire large magazine in seconds. Paddock had 23 guns in his room at the Mandalay Bay. Authorities found bump stocks attached to 12 of the weapons, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Special Agent in charge Jill Schneider said. Emergency response plan, a strategy for how to deal with a crisis situation. DHS advises that with an active shooter, people should try to flee first and to then hide if they cannot escape. As a last resort, and only when your life is in imminent danger, attempt to disrupt and/or incapacitate the active shooter, the agency warns. Fully automatic firearm. This type of weapon lets users fire multiple rounds as long as their finger is kept on the trigger. Semi-automatic firearms require one trigger pull for each round fired. Mass casualty incident. When emergency services resources, such as personnel and equipment, are overwhelmed by the number and severity of casualties, the Louisiana Emergency Response Network, a state agency, says online. Mass shooting. Different groups have different definitions for the term. Mass shooting, Gun Violence Archive says, is used when 4 or more people are shot or killed at the same general time and location, not including the shooter. Stanford University also has its own mass shootings tracking project. It doesn't count the gunman when it defines mass shootings as involving 3 or more victims who may not have died. The shooting must not be identifiably gang, drug, or organized crime related, it says. A July 2015 Congressional Research Service report said mass shooting referred to when 4 or more victims are murdered with firearms within one event and in 1 or more locations in close proximity. There's no official FBI definition for the term, the Toledo Blade reports. Silencer, an item which can be used to reduce the noise made when a gun is fired. They can also be called suppressors. Imagine the deaths if the shooter had a silencer, which the NRA wants to make easier to get, Hillary Clinton tweeted Monday.